Hi, my name is Sydney, and today I'm going to be demonstrating how to create a pivot chart in Excel. So the first thing I'm going to do is add another variable before I create the table. You see there's variables up here at the top: product, unit price, unit cost. And this variable is going to be called gross margin. So we're going to go to the formula bar and type in gross margin. And then we're going to use the next column, the next row of the column for the formula, which is going to be unit price minus unit cost divided by unit price. Unit price is column P and unit cost is column Q. So we're going to use sum and the data in the second row. And it's going to be P2 minus Q2 divided by P2. Close the parentheses, press enter. And then the answer will show up in the first box, and then you just use the fill handle, right click that little green box at the bottom, and then drag it all the way to the bottom. I already did it, but it's a million rows, so I did it beforehand. Now we can get to the second step, step number 2, which is going to be actually making the pivot table and adding the values. So we're going to go to the insert tab, on the ribbon, and pivot table is the first thing you can select. It already has the data selected, and make sure new worksheet is selected. We're going to click OK. And here are the variables right here, and you can click these and drag them to these 4 boxes. We're going to take sales channel first and drag it to columns. We're going to scroll down to ship date and add it to rows. And we only want to show the quarters, so we're going to remove year, and we're going to also remove ship date, drag that to the side. And we're going to insert 2 new variables. And to do that, we go to fields, items and sets, calculated fields. The name is going to be average of gross margin. And for the formula, we're going to type in average, parentheses, and then go down, select gross margin, double click it, and it'll insert it, and it'll add it to values. And we're gonna just make sure the format is correctly. You just click the little information box, go to number, and we want to make sure it has 2 decimal places, and I'm gonna add the comma so it separates it. All right, and then we're also gonna add sum of profit. For the formula for this one equals sum, parentheses, profit. And we're going to change this value to be currency. Okay, so now we're going to move on to step 3, which is going to be inserting slicers. So we're still on the pivot table analyze tab on the ribbon, and then on the 5th section there's insert slicer. You're going to go ahead and click that. We're going to be inserting one for product, and we want the slicer to show when the product is a TV and video. So we're going to scroll all the way down, TV and video. Alright, and then you can go ahead and click off of that, click back onto the pivot table, and then insert another slicer. This time we're going to use sales channel. Here it is right here, select it. And we want sales channel to show when it equals in store. And then we can just move these out of the way, and you can see that that changes how the pivot table looks. So now we're going to move on to the 4th and final step, which is going to be adding a pivot chart. So let's go ahead back over to the pivot table analyze tab, and then pivot chart is towards the end. You just click on it, and then a little chart is going to pop up. We want the design to be a clustered column. So this is a clustered column, it's already on here, so we don't have to change it. And then we want there to be a line on the secondary axis. So we're going to click on the two bars, or one of the two bars, and then use both fingers to click on it. And then this menu will come up, and you want to go all the way down to Format Data Series. And then primary axis is selected, so then we're going to select secondary axis. And then your column should look like this. And then I just want to show you one last thing, how the pivot chart over here changes if I were to change this. You see the numbers and the chart changes? Yeah. And it does it for both of these. Yeah. So yeah, that's all I wanted to show you guys today. I hope this was useful. So I said this earlier, but my name is Sydney and my major is Computer Information Systems. Sorry if I'm going fast. This is last minute. Yeah.